Let me show y'all some cool shit from Darwin. After linking up with Thor and they go down to meet up with Hela, multiple man ass was taunting her ass, talking about some, you only brought us here for Thor. She's like, I'm done with your ass. I'm finna kill your ass, motherfucker. She reaches out to touch him, right? But his whole plan was to have fucking Darwin step in. This motherfucker steps in and her death touch touches him, but instead of killing him, shit turned his ass into a death god itself. So he uses his own death touch on her, taking her her shit off, her damn clothes, basically, revealing her face. Then he had this fucking army that she had tried to send Thor and them off to get up out of her place, to get on that. They had to survive this shit. You see all these motherfuckers right here? Yeah, Darwin made them motherfuckers go get on her ass. They finally get the fuck up out of there. It's like, Darwin, are you okay? And he was like, yeah. He was like, you sure? Dead sure. You see his eyes fucking with the death shit. So right after that, right, they in Vegas. He playing poker and shit. And they was like, let me see your eyes. They was like, he seen his eyes. They're like, oh shit. They start shooting the fuck out of him. He was like, he's deaf. You think I don't know deaf when I see it? How could you not? Anyway, long story short, my multiple man came to holler at him about the damn situation with Helen. He was like, man, this time this shit weird, bro. Your shit supposed to be temporary. It's always like when you get in a safe environment, it will shake off. Darwin told him, like, basically, look, evolution supposed to not be able to take a step back. I'm supposed to be going anyway. I gotta figure this shit out, though. I'm leaving X Factor type shit. So this motherfucker ended up meeting up with this girl, right? She was running from this damn dragon. His ass run up on the dragon, right, grab it. The motherfucker's scales was like burning the fuck out of him, but his skin automatically thickens to provide him an installation. Forgot to tell you, when he got out the damn portal, he lost that form. He can't go in that form no more, but he still got a little bit of the death power. He says, I feel that strength that wasn't there before flowing through me. Strength that will help me deal with this thing, threatening my life. Or it was a theory, as you see his ass get slammed, right? But because he survived the fucking death touch from Hela and shit, it did evolve him and it made him different a little bit. So he takes that motherfucking dragon's mouth, right? Cracks that motherfucker. That's when this motherfucker noticed he like went back in time. He's like, how the fuck am I here? Did I have to go through a time warp or something? The girl leads him to this dude right here where she said she wanted him to kill him, the sheriff dude. So he goes in there, right, talk to bro. Bro shoot the fuck out of him in his stomach. Darwin got right back up. He shot Darwin head the fuck off. Darwin grabbed him with his head gone because his head is in his stomach now. That bitch regrow through his fucking damn spinal cord. Then they go outside and he talking about some these guns I got, God will even die from these bitches. He shoot the fuck out of his ass. His ass like damn near died. He wakes up back in his real time and he see that gun right there and he's like, Rain. Now I know what y'all think. You're like, oh, he OP as fuck. No, you could still whoop his fucking ass like I just showed you. Fuck it. World War Hulk, X-Men. The X-Men up here fighting Hulk ass, right? Jumping them. Nightcrawler told Emma to get into her human form so that she can telepathically coordinate the battle. Then he asked Darwin, have you evolved the defense against the Hulk yet? He says, I think so. It feels like some kind of energy draining ability. So he started to do this shit and he's like, gamma energy, but so much, there's no end to it. He's talking about some, please, Hulk, don't fight this. We aren't your enemies. I've lost loved ones too. I sympathize with how you feel. He was like, sympathize? You sympathize? Save your sympathy for yourself. Still off on his ass, right? It says, I feel his pain, Kurt. He can't evolve fast enough. If he hit like that again, wow, his ass teleport. It said his body reached the same conclusion that the best defense against the Hulk is to be somewhere safe. If he ever learned how to control it though, like the Professor X said, the possibilities is endless for him. Now, I can't find it, but you see he pale as fuck right here? And you see now he's dark skinned. He don't look like a fucking alien and shit. But his power when he was like in a white neighborhood and because he was around a whole bunch of Caucasians, his body felt like it needed to get whiter to fit in. When him, Vulcan, and all them went to go fight Krakoa, right? Them motherfuckers damn near died fighting that motherfucker. Darwin fucking he absorbed his friends and himself and put himself inside of Vulcan. When later fucking Rachel had touched his ass and woke up Darwin from inside of Vulcan, his ass came back as like living energy. Then he regrew his fucking body back. Slowly but surely he started to get brain function and shit. That's because when he fought this thing and they shot him with this fire shit, look under me. That's the same shit that Gabriel, which is Vulcan, had pushed his ass to become an Omega level fucking mutant. Now currently in the comic, going to the vault, the vault, to learn more about the children of the vault, which is basically like some people that they made to fucking fight the mutants. They supposed to be more stronger than the mutants and shit. They keep, you read this shit. Yeah, time is accelerating in the vault. They was there for hundreds of years, damn near centuries and shit. You see how old they look. They end up getting captured though, along with Darwin. Then they started to experiment on his ass to try to learn more about his evolution shit, which eventually murked his ass. Shown right here, the final fucking atomization of Darwin. Sink ended up getting up out of there though. He ended up getting up out of there, but he got killed. But because he got up out of there at it was like a little vicinity where his mind can reach Cerebro. He got brought back with his mind, but the other two, Darwin and Wolverine, which is Lord Kennedy, they died. They didn't come back with their memories. She came back as a whole nother Wolverine. Later, they end up finding out that she did survive, and so did Darwin. Issue 17 of the 2021 run. When Forge went in there to try to go save him because he felt like he was alive, he fought this motherfucker right here, and she knocked his ass out. He wakes up in like a dream, his mindscape and shit, and shit look like Krakoa. That's when Darwin, who this is currently him, pops up. He's like, look, I'm on a mission to save you. Where the fuck is your body? He said, well, that's the story. I won't lie, the first few centuries in the vault were a nightmare. It was even more difficult after I was captured. I don't care for remembering those days. As you know, my gift is to survive anything, and it was put to the test by the children of the vault. Their experiments were essentially living autopsies. They were prepared, but so was I. He was like, how did you survive? I said to myself, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this one. And then the next instant, I had the answer. He became living code. When the children of the vault came for him, they scanned his memories. He gave them a curated version of his life and snuck his consciousness into the mind, into their architecture. Ideas are very hard to kill. That's right, he survived from a fucking idea. Forrest was like, all right, cool, you done enough for our people, let's go. Darwin was like, your good work is already done, friend. Perhaps my shell was holding me back. Now I can be at many places at once. I'm still learning about the vault, and I'm not quite ready to leave yet. The temporal flux of the vault was a curse when I had a shell, but now that I'm free, the time I was in here is a blessing. There's millions of people here. I've learned so much by watching them. I wish to continue to learn. I also wish to see what happens. You're a brave mutant, Darwin. Hope to meet you again. I'm sure of it. Goodbye, Forge. We ain't seen this motherfucker ever since then. But the fact that he living code and he in there with millions of motherfuckers and learning powers and shit from them, he probably did what Professor X theorized he could do. Control his shit finally. Like I said, we ain't seen him since then. We gotta wait and see when he comes back. Hopefully it's soon.